Alright, second video I'm doing now because I'm still waiting for parts to turn up. So I've seen a few people say about sticky indicators, and sticky indicators are one of them annoying things that when you flick the indicator switch you seem to notice a bit of a lag or a bit of a delay between the actual indicators flashing. Now this is obviously dangerous and it's frustrating, and there's a number of different solutions to do. There's only really two solutions in my view. So what can you do? You can take apart the switch housing, which is only a couple of screws, top and bottom. Switch housing comes apart and you've got your little flicky switch for the contacts, and you just give them a bit of a squirt of contact clean. Don't use WD-40, get some proper contact clean. You know, it's once you've bought a can it'll last you a long time, and it's about a £5. Okay, buy some contact clean, give it a squirt, let it dry, or get some compressed air. If you've got some compressed air, like a compressor in your garage, that'd be ideal. Obviously hold it a bit further away, you don't want to fucking blow shit out the contacts. Give it a go, you know, it might work, it might not. A lot of the times, from what I've heard from people and speaking to mechanics and stuff like that, it's a relay issue. Alright, so why have I got the relay out the bike? Because I've replaced it. And the relay for this bike is, you don't have to take screens off, you don't have to take the clocks out. You literally take this cover off here and the relay is just there-ish. Alright, it's easily accessible. I've literally done it on the side of a road, and then again outside of a motorbike garage, just to change it over. Alright, all it is you take your little trim clip out, two screws, two Allen keys just here, and then there's one more trim clip just down in there. Alright, so two trim clips, two screws, two Allen keys, takes fucking a minute. Panel comes off and then your relay is just clipped in there. Alright, switch your ignition on, flick the indicator switch and you'll hear this clicking. Alright, you hear like a click, or that's if it's stuck. It might not even click if it's stuck, if it's knackered. Unplug it, you got a little, I don't know if you can see that, it'll just be hooked onto like a little rubber holder. Unplug it, take it out, give it a tap, you know, just obviously don't fucking hammer it, but just give it a tap on a piece of wood or, you know, the ground, or just a gentle little tap. Plug it back in, flick your indicator on and see if that frees up the little switch arm thing inside. Now the reason I know this works is because my indicator's failed in the middle of a trip, and I was in, where was I? I was in Berlin. Now if you've ever been to Berlin, there's cyclists, there's cars, there's multi-lanes, there's fucking trams, there's everything. You never realise how vulnerable you are when this thing fails, when you've got no indicators and you're sticking fucking arms out like a cyclist. Alright, so yeah, indicator relay, take it out, give it a tap, and then see if that fixes or cures a problem. For me, it did. Alright, now first thing I did when I got home is I went to my local garage and took the cover off there, and then took the relay out and says, have you got one of these? And he said, no, we've got one very similar, because if you look inside, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, probably not, but there's three connectors. It has an earth in it, and apparently it doesn't need an earth. The one I've got is slightly different, with a little wire cable, but it's silent. Alright, so it doesn't click. Put it in the bike, switch indicator on, and it doesn't click, and it's slightly slower. So the frequency of the flashes is slightly slower, but it works. It's a lot more fucking reliable than this one is, because it's the OEM one. It's 20 years old now. Alright, this one still works, still clicks. I'll keep it as a spare if I really need to. So next time I go away, my indicators fail, which they fucking shouldn't do because the brand new relays in and the switch housing's all been cleaned up, I've at least got a spare, because after not having indicators for 2 days, I never want to do that again, because it's fucking scary, especially on the German autobahn. Cars are going 130 mile an hour, city centres, there's fucking cyclists everywhere, and all you want to do is turn a bloody corner. So yeah, that's literally how to check your indicator relay. It's not hidden away under all this shit, it literally just lives here behind that panel, which takes literally 2 minutes to get to. Alright, so I hope that's helped. Hope it causes, you know, a bit of a fluffy feeling for some of you guys who are worried about indicators. And yeah, that's it.